Awesome. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'm seriously so excited to do this. It's kind of been on my heart for a few days, just getting raw and real with you guys. It's so easy to get on Zooms and meetings and things like that and feel like we've got to put on a front and we've got to come out here and we've got to inspire the heck out of people. We got to give them the best tips. But I really want this to be more like a living room setting. I just want it to be real talk about the struggles we're all facing and how you still can promote, and there's nothing wrong with you and there's nothing wrong with your journey. And so I wanted to start off a little bit by telling you about mine. So for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Mariah Newsom. I'm a double diamond with the company. I've been here, this will be my 18th month, which is just so crazy to say. I feel like it has been so much faster than that, so crazy. And so I jumped in, I joined, and I was ignorance on fire, and I promoted super quickly. I went Ruby in my first 30 days, Emerald in month 3, Diamond in month 6, Double in month 8, and then we're at month 18, and I'm not triple, okay? And so when you get started with something, I came in so quick. When I was going promoting, and then like I went double, and 2 months later I wasn't promoting again. I was like, what's going on here? I thought that's how this works. I work really hard and I promote. Hold up. But guys, double wrecked me. Double was my undoing with this business. I fell into this trap of unworthiness. So I want you to put a 1 in the comments if you've ever felt like you were unworthy of success with this business, success in general out there. Lots of you, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do on the Zoom is to take that and throw it out the mother loving window, because I'm sorry, but I serve a God so great that says that he loves all of us, that we all are created in his image for a life of abundance. So you guys are gonna have to face the same thing I faced, and we're doing it together now. You are worthy. That is the most bull crap excuse to give up on yourself. It's like the littlest voice that's like, well, if I'm unworthy, well, I can't do it. And so it's so much easier to say, I can't do it, than I tried and failed. And so we allow ourselves to step out, take this myth, this fictional idea of unworth, and allow that to dictate whether or not we think we can promote, whether or not we think we can work hard, whether or not we're gonna really try, because I'm not like the rest of them, I'm not good enough, I can't do it. Well, that is bull. That is the first myth we are throwing out, because I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with you, and you have everything it takes to make this happen. And so I went into this phase of thinking I was unworthy. And so what I had done by going and promoting so quickly is I had this car. My car was going full force. And the gas in the engine was a dream. It was a dream of a life bigger than something I knew. I came from poverty. We went to a food kitchen instead of a grocery store growing up. We were evicted. I would save up my money during the year to help buy my sister Christmas presents so she wouldn't know what it was like growing up. It was hard. And I knew sure as heck what I was running from. And so I ran hard and I ran fast. And I used this idea of a dream of a different life to fuel it. And then all of a sudden, I stepped back into this place of unworth. And what I did was I took the fuel out of the picture. I took the dream away. I was no longer dreaming for a bigger life because I wasn't worthy of a bigger life. I was dreaming to pay my rent. And let me tell you, you will never show up and work to pay rent. You're never gonna show up and hustle to go pay your water bill, okay? There's nothing fun, exciting, or fulfilling about that. And so I took this car that was going like a battering ram with so much force, and I took the gas out, and it died. My entire business died. It went at this standstill because there was nothing propelling it. There was nothing pushing it. There was no fuel in the gas tank, yet I was still expecting the same outcome. I was still working. I was still working harder than anyone I looked around and saw. I was getting up tons of post to post, but it wasn't going anywhere. And it's because there was no fuel. You can have the most pristine vehicle sitting in your garage, but honey, if you don't put fuel in the gas tank, it doesn't matter how pretty it is, doesn't matter how much you washed it, doesn't matter how good care you take of it, no matter how much time you invest working on that car, if there's no fuel in it, it will not move. Your business will not grow and you will not go forward. And so I sat there and I was stuck and I was just spinning my wheels, working so hard, wondering why I wasn't going anywhere. And then it literally wasn't until 2 days ago that it clicked what had happened, okay? And so I went from living for a dream to living in survival mode. Okay, your survival mode switch, when it flips on, you can never survive your way to success. That's not how this is going to work. You're not going to just survive. You're not just going to push for a paycheck. You're not going to be working to pay your rent and then get somewhere. You're going to pay your rent. You're going to get more bills because that's what you're focused on. You're in survival mode. Survival mode will never take you thriving. You are never going to see that life of your dreams. Your business is not going where you want it to go because you're in survival mode. You can't look past today. Like, yeah, okay, it'd be great to go triple diamond and see $10,000, but I got rent due next week, and so I got to focus on that. Well, that $10,000 check that God wants me to have down the road, I will never get there because I've got these blinders, this telescope of survival in front of me. And so we have got to stop working our businesses and showing up to survive, because we are here because surviving wasn't cutting it. If you were okay with just surviving, you would have not started your business to try to make some freedom. You would have been content. You would have been fine. You're not a survivor. You are here to grow, to lead and revolutionize the world, to be a cut above the rest and be different. And so we can't do that from a place of survival. We have to switch and go back to dreaming and living a life for our dreams. You're not host to posting to get that check so that you can, pay your bills. You're host to posting to one day go buy a Bentley, to one day go to Cancun, to be able to take your kids to Disney on their 13th birthday. That's why you're doing your host to post today. You're sick? That's fine. If you're sick and you don't want to work, you still pay your bills. Even if you don't have the money, you still figure out a way to pay your bills. It's okay. You don't feel good. The bills will still end up paid. But if you don't feel good, you're not going to Disney. You're not going to have a Bentley. You're not going to have an airplane. You're not going to have a 7-figure savings account. That thing is not going to happen if you're just sitting there sick. But if you're sitting there sick and you know what you are working for, you're not working for rent. You're not working for a water bill. You're not working for gas. You're working for a future bigger than your wildest dreams. You're going to show up. No matter what's happening today, you will still show up because today is irrelevant. How you feel today is irrelevant. Guys, we get so caught up in feelings. Screw your feelings. They are irrelevant because guess what? Feelings are fleeting. Tomorrow you may not feel the same. 3 weeks from now, you're not going to feel the same. And if you work from a place of feelings, you're going to be trapped in a place of feelings. You are not going to go past that. Our feelings are like freaking jerks, okay? They're like toddlers on steroids. They just want to control everything, okay? But guess what? You're still the adult, and you still get to tell your feelings where to go, how you're going to work, what you're going to allow. And so when you don't feel good, that's when you got to remember your car is fueled with dreams, not with survival. And so you got to be clear, because if you don't know what you want, you're never going to be able to put those dreams in the right place. What do you want? Maybe your dream is not a Bentley. Maybe your dream is not traveling. Maybe your big dream is a house that's paid off. Maybe your dream is going debt-free. Maybe your dream is homeschooling your kids, putting them in private school. Maybe your dream is saying yes every time they want to play sports. Maybe that's your dream, but whatever that is, honey, you need to identify it today. You cannot go another day. You cannot afford to go another day not knowing exactly what you want, not knowing exactly what fuels your soul, what is going to propel your car through those tough times and those slow periods, because that's what you rely on. The second you turn it off, the second you flip back on survival mode, your business stalls every time. You cannot promote in survival mode. You can't survive your way to another level. That doesn't happen. You have to show up as a dreamer. You have to show up knowing that whatever is coming is bigger than whatever you're facing today, whatever you are going through today, whatever sucks today, what's coming tomorrow is going to be bigger. And when that switches, when that switch flips, there we go, my words are backwards. When that switch flips back on, all of a sudden you realize there's no secret sauce. Gosh, I love to say that because I say it all the time. There is nothing magical. Okay, if you came on here to find some magic, go ahead and hop off because I'm going to disappoint. There's nothing magical about this business. There's nothing your upline, Stephanie Dunn, Top and Rollers, I don't care who they are. There's nothing they're hiding. They just know why they're doing it, okay? You can do the exact same thing today in survival mode. Flip it over to dream mode tomorrow, and you're going to see results. You are going to see the fruit of your labor, not because you're doing something magical, but because you are magical, because you believe in yourself, and belief is magical. There's so many millions, billions, I don't even know, people in this world, and like a point fraction, like tiny percentage of the people on the planet believe in themselves. That's what is going to set you apart. That's where success comes in. It's not having the right tools. It's not knowing the right things. It's freaking believing that you can, by a whim, have something better, and knowing that if you show up today with that belief that it's going to come together. With that being said, my team is, our sales are up, and we're going triple, and we're off this survival mode train, and we're going freaking forward. And I'm going to throw it to Courtney because I'm seriously so excited she's hopping on doing this with me tonight, because we're bringing it for you guys. So if you want to mute yourself.
I really don't know how the heck I'm supposed to follow you. Like, oh my gosh, hello, fire. Craziness. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so freaking excited to be talking to you guys tonight. If you do not know, can you hear me? Oh, you looked at the screen crazy, and I was like, oh, great. If you don't know who I am, my name is Courtney Wazalewski. I am pumped to be here because I love when you get real and raw, and I'm going to tell you it's probably going to hurt today. It's probably going to feel like Mariah and I are going like this to your bruises and then like stomping on your heart a little bit. But I promise you right now, here's my precursor. Every single thing we're saying is with love. And every single thing we're saying is because we have been through what you're going through. We have been through those days where you're like, is it ever going to come together? We have been through those mornings where you wake up and you're like, is it even worth it? We've been through those days when your family and friends are just like, just give up already. You're not doing it. It's not coming together. Stop annoying me. We've been through that. And we made it out. And you can too. So I'm just so excited because I know that God put so many people on this Zoom tonight that needed to hear what we're saying. And I also want you guys to know Mariah and I did not really plan anything for this Zoom. And those are my favorite Zooms, and they always turn out the best. Because when you speak from the heart and you're just real and you're raw and you just speak truth and not a big facade or this beautiful mask of what life is, that is when lives are changed. So I started back in April of 2016. It'll almost be 4 years, which is just insane. Okay. I want to take you back to that time. I had previously been with another company, and I had always seen the dream of a better life. Okay. Put a 2 in the chat if you're like, I always knew I was made for something more. You knew that maybe the 9-to-5 thing like wasn't right for you. You knew that you wanted that freedom. You knew that you could do more than the average life. Okay. So many of you. That was me. I started with another company when I was 18. I was killing it. I got to the top like 1% of the company, found out the company was crap. Okay. Crap. I left the company over $10,000 in debt because of the things they had in place. And I swore off the industry forever. I said, I'm not doing it. It's all a scam. So for those of you that have a friend that tried another company or did something else before and they said, no, never again, you never know what could change. But I was so far in debt from that company and from life. I had over $15,000 of credit card debt. I was working all the time, and I had to choose which credit card not to pay that month because I did not have enough to pay all the minimum payments. Okay. It was a really rough spot. And I kept seeing this girl who was my customer from the previous company. So you never know how God works. She was my customer from my previous company. And I kept seeing her post about all this money she was making with It Works. And I was like, I don't believe you. I just didn't. How many of you, put a 3 in the chat if you're like, I saw my enroller posted and I did not believe her. I did not believe the money was real, because that was me. I was like, there's no way you are making that much money from your phone. And I got to a point where I said, you know what? If I don't change something, nothing is going to change. So I went for it. But I did not believe in myself, and I did not believe in the company because I was afraid of success, of getting to success again and finding out the company was crap. So I started in April of 2016, somehow promoted to executive in July of 2017, lost rank the next month, and I wasn't doing anything, okay? Was half in, half out. You know, when like you post sometimes, you message very rarely, you're like, I'm here, but I'm not. Put a 4 in the chat if you've been there. Like, you're like, I'm in-ish? Like, I'm working-ish? Kinda? I'm doing enough so that, like, my enroller knows I'm still alive, but, like, that's about it. Yeah, been there, okay? That was me. And then my then boyfriend, now fiance, I already had bought my tickets to conference for 2018. And I was miserable at my job. I was working all the time. I was working way too much and not getting paid anywhere near enough. And I was just miserable. I am obsessed with him and I hated being away from him. It was just not fun. And he said, babe, like, what do you want to do with your life? And I was like, well, we're going to do what works. And he was like, oh, well, you're not doing it. Like, you're not doing anything. So, like, let's do something. So I went to conference and a fire was lit, okay? I was technically executive, maintaining distributor. I had less than 500 BV, not a single person on my team working, and they announced an Emerald bonus, okay? That was at the end of January. By the end of March, I went Emerald. By the end of August, I went Diamond. In October, I went Double. So from all of nothing to Double in 8 months, 9 months, something like that, okay? But it was not easy. And let me tell you something. You need to get your brain ready to promote. And what I mean by that is get your brain to the point where you believe you're worthy of the success. Because if you get there, you can put the work in and you can get there. But if you don't believe you're worthy of a $5,000 a month paycheck, guess what? It's going to go just as fast as you got it. And that's what happened to me, okay? I got to Double Diamond and I was like, heck yeah, I got this. And then I got it was almost $6,000 paycheck, and I was like, I don't think, like, I've never made, that's like triple what I used to make working full time. Like, And guess what? The month after I went Double, you want to know what I maintained? Ruby. That's hard to do, to drop that far. Let me tell you that. That's impressive in a bad way. Okay? But I did not believe I was worthy of more than $500 a month. Like, I was like, there's no way this is real. I'm not worthy of this. I don't deserve this. And it went away from me just as fast as I got it. So, like Mariah has said, your dream is what you need. Okay? And you need to work on your brain of your worth. Because if you don't think, like, we can tell you all the little things that we've done to promote, all the little tips and tricks. Hey, try this host to post. This one's working really well. Hey, try this. Hey, do this, do this. You can do all of the things, but if you don't believe you're worthy of the $500,000, $10,000 paycheck, it's not going to stay. So like Mariah said earlier, you need to let that go. If you don't believe you are worthy, you need to work on that and borrow our belief that you are. You would not have the dream on your heart for that paycheck if you were not worthy of it. You would not have that dream of the triple diamond or the diamond or best or whatever it is if God didn't want that for you. But God can't give you what you're not working for. Okay? And you cannot, like she said, you cannot work based off of your feelings, because you're going to wake up and be like, I don't want to touch my phone today. But can you look at whatever your dream is and say, hey, I didn't want to do anything for like a week, so like it's not really worth it. Okay? But here's what I also want you to know. You have to have a dream big. Like massive. Because when I first, in 2018, when I started going, I was like, I just want to pay off my debt. I just want to pay off my debt. That's what I want to do. I just want to pay off my credit cards. I want to not have that hanging over my head. And I did it. And then I was like, then what? Like, now what do I do? And I didn't have a dream. I was like, well, I'm just going to keep going. Like, I'm going to keep trucking along. But I didn't know what I was working for. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I want. And like she said, I switched to survival mode. Oh, shoot, I need to pay my bills. Okay? That is not okay. You need to have your first dream and your second dream and your third dream and your fourth dream and your fifth dream. Okay? And if your dream right now is, oh, I want to make $500, not enough. Sorry, not enough. You need to work for more than that because that's not going to motivate you. You need to have a legit dream attached to it. Is there a house you really want? Is there a vacation you really, really want to go on? Is there a car you want? Do you want to be able to afford a kid? What do you want? What do you want? You need to know. If you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there because you're not going to move. You're just going to sit where you are. You're going to sit there forever, and then 2 years is going to go by, and you're going to be like, gosh, I'm still not diamond. Okay, well, do you know why you actually want to go diamond? Do you know why you want to keep moving past diamond? Because guess what? You'll get there eventually, but then what? Then you're going to be like, I don't know. I just, like, people told me to go diamond, so, like, that's what I wanted to do. So, like, I didn't know. I don't know. Like, I did it. Now what? Then you're going to be stuck like I was, where you're like, okay, I paid off all of my credit card, and I don't know. Because if there's a lot of us, from what I can see the faces, that are my age. When I paid off my credit card debt, I didn't have a husband. I didn't have kids. I didn't have a mortgage. I didn't need a lot of money. I didn't need a lot of things. So I was lost in the no dream zone. Nothing happens in the no dream zone, okay? Figure out what your dreams are and then tie your work ethic to that. Don't tie your work ethic to, well, like, it's Saturday and I really want to go out to the bar. So, like, I'm going to get, like, I'll work for, like, a half hour and then I'm going to go to the bar, and that's fine because I got some work done. And, I'm my own boss, so, like, it's fine. Like, I can control what I do. No. Set yourself a list. What are you doing every day? Do you know? Honestly, I'm going to put a 5 in the chat if you have a legit list that you're like, I am not going to bed until this list is done. 3 people. 4. Okay, now more are coming in. Now you guys are getting ballsy. Okay? Honestly, though, because, and Mariah, you can stop me whenever you want. You guys, I get so, hear me that I promise I have a heart. I get so irritated when people come to me and they're like, I'm not promoting. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing every day? Honestly, what are you doing every day? And they're like, well, I posted on last week, Wednesday. And I got up a host to post a week ago. So I did that. I read the group chat. That I did. And you guys, snap out of it. That is not enough. Okay? Stop acting like you are worthy of your promotions and these things that you want when you're not working for it. Telling you right now, 1 post a day is not going to get you diamond. 1 host post a week ain't even going to get you executive. Stop lying to yourself. Okay? If you truly want to promote, you need to be getting up 10 host posts a day, every single day, no matter what. I'm sorry if your enroller was like, you can get 5 up. No, not enough. Because if you get 5 up, you're probably going to get into the zone where you're like, nothing's happening, no one's commenting, no one's signing anyone. Oh well, do more. If you're not seeing the results you want, do more. Are you doing personal development every day? I bet half of you are not. Okay? I promise half of you are not, because it's the thing that you're like, well, like, okay, I'll do that later because like I need to get a post up. Now, if I had to pick one thing to do every day, it's personal development. Because your brain is a scary place. Your brain's going to try to convince you, girlfriend, why are you doing this? You're not worthy of diamond. Why are you acting like you're good enough for this? Why are you acting like you deserve this? Have you guys had those thoughts? Where you're like, it's not, like, I'm not even doing anything. And then you get into these bad places where you're like, is this a scam? Like, am I actually scamming people? Like, is this a scam? Have you guys had those thoughts where you're like, your brain gets so bad and then you're like, what am I even doing with my life? Your brain is scary. Take control. Your brain is where you're going, okay? If your brain is bad, your business is bad, your check is bad. But when you know what you're doing, you know who you are, You know what you're working for. You know what you are like worthy of. Everything changes. So stop, like, I honestly, if you guys take anything from this, please stop lying to yourself. Please. In so many ways. First off, stop lying to yourself, telling yourself that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, skinny enough, young enough, old enough, whatever enough. Everybody has at least the one thing where the you are not blank enough. And I promise you it's all nonsense. When I started, my blank enough was blonde. Yes, blonde hair. Why I thought that was a thing, I have no idea. Literally tried to dye my hair blonde because I thought you had to be blonde to promote. Now think of what you're telling yourself as that ridiculous, because I see all of you laughing and I laugh at it now too. But for those of you that are saying to yourself, oh, I'm not pretty enough. Like, I don't have the Instagram like Cheyenne Knox has, so like I can't. Or I'm not young enough, or I'm not skinny enough, or I'm not whatever enough. Those thoughts are just as ridiculous as my thought of I'm not blonde enough. Okay? That is just as ridiculous as it sounds when you tell yourself I'm not worthy. Okay? That's the first lie you need to stop telling yourself. The second one is that you're doing enough. Because here's a secret. If you were doing enough, you would be where you want to be. If you were doing everything you needed to do in the amount that you were supposed to do them to get where you needed to go, you would be where you wanted to go, and you would have a bigger goal and need to do more. Okay? I know you're busy. Okay? I know you have 6 million kids and like 12 million other things to do. Guess what? I don't care. Okay? Because if it was important to you, if your dreams were really as important to you as you're thinking they are, you would do it. You would get up an extra hour earlier. You would go to bed an hour later. You would do whatever the heck it took to make your dreams happen. So stop lying to yourself like you're like, no, I'm doing it. Like, I got this. No, you're not. Okay? You need to do more. I'm sorry. And this is to myself too, Mariah included. We all need to do more. Because let me tell you, what I was doing the past couple months is not getting me to triple, which is why I am not triple. Okay? So whatever you're doing right now, double it. Because you'll get where you need to go twice as fast. And then, here's what I want you guys to think about. Everyone has a specific top and roller that you just love, right? There's someone that you're like, I just can relate to that person. If that person had a camera watching you, would you be ashamed of your work that day? Or would you be like, heck yeah, I did all that? You'd probably be like, please don't watch that video. Please don't. Don't watch me watch Netflix for 6 hours. Please don't. Like, just, I know, okay? You would not be proud of what you're doing right now, most of you. The other thing someone said to me once that blew my mind, they said, work as if Mark could fire you. I was like, I would have been fired 12 million times if that was possible. You guys, if Mark could fire you, would he? Even if he could fire you based off of your goals for yourself, would he fire you? The answer is probably yes. Honestly. Because you're not doing the things. You know what you need to do, you guys. This Zoom is not, okay, let's post 3 times. Let's get up 10 hosts to post. Let's do this. Here's what I recommend. No. You guys want to promote? Do the things. Do what you say you're going to do. Stop giving up on yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop setting these big goals and then a weekend be like, oh my God, I only got 5 enrollments, not 47 million, so I might as well quit now. Oh my God, my team isn't doing anything. Great. When I went double diamond, we got over 3,000 BV in a day with one other person working. That's a Ruby and more in a day. Sorry, your excuses are invalid. You're not doing enough. Point blank, end of story. It is what it is. It's hard to hear because Mariah's had this conversation with me. I've had this conversation with her. We know what it's like. We're not saying this as things like coming down at you like you're the worst person in the world. We're saying this because as leaders of teams, you guys, so many times, Mariah, I know you agree with this, so many times we see so much potential in someone. And they have these big dreams and these big goals, and they're like, I just can't do it. And here's what we want to do. Just do the work. We just want to shake you. We just want to be like, just freaking do it. There's nothing inside of us that's not inside of you. There's nothing magical about Cheyenne Knox that's not magical about you. Okay? There's nothing that Stephanie Dunn does that you cannot do. The only difference between where you are and where you want to be is your work ethic. It's you knowing where you need to go, why you need to go there, and doing the things behind it. Point blank, that's it. That's all I got right now. We'll see if I come up with more later.
Perfect. I freaking love it. Awesome. Yes. No, I'm so excited to do this with Courtney. Honestly, you could ask either one of us, and we have no idea how we met, like, at all. We have no idea how this friendship started. We're on different teams. I don't even know what team she's on. Like, I don't know. But she's become one of my best friends in this business, and she's the person I go to, and I'm like, girl, I just need you to yell at me because I feel bad for myself, and, like, this is stupid. I need to work. And, like, that's kind of the environment we were wanting to bring to you guys, is to bring that same, like, tough love. Just freaking do it, okay? And so I have some notes I was going to go through. Now I don't even know if I need notes because that was just freaking amazing and made me say 32 million things.
All right, I want to cut you off real quick because I want you guys to listen to this real quick. Find somebody that's going to yell at you when you're irritated. That's going to yell at you when you're sad. Because if you have a friend that you're like, oh my God, I sent out 100 messages and no one answered me. And they're like, oh, I know, like I did that too and no one's answering. That's not good. You want to know what happens if I said that to Mariah? She's like, I don't care. Send 100 more. Don't care. Do more. And that's what I do to her, and that's what she does to me. And that is good. Because we know we're like, yeah, been there, but talking about it and being like, oh my God, someone ignored me. So I'm just supposed to order today and then they blocked me. Like, I think my world's ending. Talking about it isn't going to get you where you need to go. When what we do, we're like, hey, I get it. That's not fun, but like, move on. Like, let's just keep going. So find that person that will literally slap you in the face when you need it, because that's what you need, not someone that's going to wallow in your pity with you.
I muted myself again. I don't know why. I waited till you were done talking to mute myself. I don't know. Sorry, guys. So the next myth I want to throw out wasn't even part of my notes, but I feel like we need to address this because this is another thing we love to lean on. The same idea of we're not worthy or those kind of like not good enough things. We love to use the myth of luck. They're just luckier. Okay, she's just so lucky. She just signed so many customers. And I sat down with one of the girls on my team the other day because she was like, you're just so lucky. And I went through a spell the past few days. I've signed like between 3 and 5 customers a day for like 4 or 5 days now. And so she's like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. I wish one day I just want to be lucky like you. And guys, I'm going to tell you now, the person you think of when you think of they're so lucky, they're just good at this business. You know what? They bust ass. They work so much harder than you could ever realize. Luck is bull. That is a myth. There is no such thing as luck. You cannot get lucky in this business. A qualification for success is not luck. Guys, I'm like the least lucky person in the world. If there's something bad that can happen, I will attract it. Okay, I'm talking like crazy things. Like things like I'll tell you stories. You're like, that there's no way. I'm like, no, that's my life. Like luck is bull. That is the farthest thing from me. But I work hard. I bust my tail. And that's what's gonna get you to the top. And if luck was real, would you really want to luck your way to the top? Would you really want to just get lucky, wake up and be like, oh, I'm ambassador. I just lucked up here. No, you're not going to want that. You're going to want the pride to know that you overcame obstacles, that you had to push through everything, that you dug in deep and you freaking blood, sweat, and tears. You earned that title. You earned that paycheck, okay? So we're throwing out the idea of luck. Luck is bullcrap. It's not real. Okay, and so I broke down the reasons you're not promoting, I broke it down into 4 main reasons, okay? So the first reason is belief. I can sit down, I do one-on-ones with my team all the time, and there is select cases where you really are working and not getting results. Typically, if you're like, oh, I'm doing the things and I haven't signed a customer in 3 weeks, I'm like, you're probably not. Probably not doing all the things. But there is random situations where maybe you are working. Maybe you are doing things and you're not promoting and you're not seeing the results you want. Well, this is for you. You have a belief issue. You either don't believe in the business, don't believe in the products, or you don't believe in yourself. And it's so crazy because you don't even realize it. I've gone through phases of all three in my business more than once. It just kind of cycles back in. There's times where I don't believe in the products. We went through ThermoFight X came out and it was hot, and then all of a sudden, like, random customers were gaining weight instead of losing. And I went through a big phase of not believing in the product, not being sure I could sell it because what if it doesn't work? And then you know what? You know how you fix belief with products? You hop off this Zoom when it's over. You go on eSuite. There's this really cool tab. It's called Orders. You're going to go place one, and you're going to get your own product and get your own result. Because if you are seeing it, you can't not believe in it. I went and lost 10 pounds in a month with our ThermoFight X, the same product I was scared to sell, and now I sell it like freaking wildfire. It just flies because I believe in it and I fixed that issue. Okay, maybe you don't believe in the business. Maybe you've been in a while. Maybe you've been in a short amount of time. I don't even care, but maybe you're not promoting the way you want. You're not seeing the money you wanted to. Maybe you lost weight. Maybe things have fallen apart. It's harder than you thought it was going to be, and you don't have the belief in the business and in the opportunity because you haven't seen it. That's cool, okay? That's fine. But that's where borrowed belief is going to come in, because you've heard me speak and I've talked before. If you guys haven't heard me talk before, well, you've missed out. I'm just kidding. But you've heard me talk. You've heard other people talk about our success, about how this business has changed our lives financially. It pulled me out of depression. It allowed me to come home with my family. It's allowed me to do so many amazing things, as has it with freaking hundreds, thousands of other women. So if you don't have a success story, and if you're not sure it's going to work for you, and you're not sure that you believe in the business, find someone that you can relate to, okay? The cool thing about this business is there's so many people in it, so many people successful with it, that you can find a mirror version of you who is already successful. Someone who's a mom like you, someone who is in school with the same degree as you, someone who used to be a hairdresser, someone who is walking the same life as you is successful in this business. So find them and borrow their story, borrow their journey, believe that you can walk that same path. And all of a sudden, your posts get more interaction. You start attracting people who want to not only join the business, but be successful with the business, all because you believe in the opportunity. And lastly, you've got to believe in yourself. And this is by far the hardest thing to do, learn, and sustain. Because as Courtney said, our mind is a scary place, okay? We've all been through things. There's not a person on here who's like, I had an easy life. You've been through crap. We've all been through crap. And it's so easy to bring the crap with us. But just because you went through it doesn't mean you have to carry it forward. You can leave all of that. You can leave the scars. You can leave all of that and believe that you are becoming better. You don't gotta be awesome, although I think all of you are, but you don't have to be amazing. You don't have to be incredible. You don't have to be a red personality who can like take over Zooms. You don't have to be yellow and freaking love everybody. It doesn't care what freaking color of the rainbow you are. It doesn't matter. There's nothing you have to be. You just have to believe that you have what it takes. And there's no reason not to. I'm sorry, but like I said, I know my God is bigger than any insecurity you have, any fear you have, any reason why you think you can't be successful, why you're not good enough, why you have the need to not believe in yourself. Well, my God comes along and says that you are made in his image, in his worthiness. You are a daughter of the kingdom, and you are, have, and will be, and have everything you could possibly need. And you are becoming the person you want to be. So if you fall into the category of belief in yourself, you have to identify who you want to be. Because if you show up as the person you are today, you will continue to be in the situation you are in today. Okay, so who do you want to be? Do you want to be powerful? Do you want to be caring? What words do you want people to use? Do you want to be smart? Do you want to be engaging? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be passionate? What do you want to be? And guess what? You've got to start showing up as that person. You don't have to know what it takes. You can be completely failing at it. But you have to start showing up as if you had all of those traits already in you, because you do. And the more you show up with that intentionality of who you want to be, the more you're going to become that person, and the more you're going to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you believe you can be successful, nothing at that point can stop you. Not a message, not a spouse, nothing in the world can stop someone who believes in themselves and in their worth. So the next thing, we fixed the belief, so we got that down. The next reason you may not be promoting is because of fear. Courtney was talking about it earlier. She was scared to be successful. Guys, you want to talk about that survival switch? Okay, fearful me got her first double check. My first double check was over $8,000. My diamond check was like $3,000. The next month, over $8,000. And I sat there with an $8,000 check in my bank account and decided to flip the switch that I was going to go into survival fear mode. Went from $8,000 to just a few months later making like $600, not paying my bills because of fear. Because I didn't know what to do with the money. I didn't know if I was worthy for the money. I didn't know if I could sustain the money. I saw my parents get money and then lose it. We grew up in poverty, but at one point in time, my dad was making $250,000 a year. We moved into this big house. We ate real food, and it lasted a whole 2 months before he lost his job and we were evicted. I saw that, and I was so scared that I was going to repeat that same life, and I started walking in fear. And because I let fear take the reins instead of faith, I relived my childhood again. I made those same mistakes. But you know what? You don't have to do that. You can choose faith. You can choose to get back up. You can choose to flip that switch from survival mode to dreamer mode to go out and make the dang crap happen. You can either be on fire or you can be in fear, but you can't do both. You can't have an exploding business, a thriving paycheck, bringing in, touching lives, and still be living in a ball of fear. Fear is going to exist, yes. That I'm not telling you that it's not, because if I was, I'd be lying to you. You're gonna be scared, and you're gonna face fear and fight fear all the time. But if you can get your head and your heart on the same team, okay? Our heart is where the dreams are. It's where the passion is. It's where the want and the desire and the need and the hope of more is. And our brain, our head, that's where the what if is. Well, how? How? I need 20,000 in volume. It's the 24th. How? Okay? If we can get our head and our heart on the same page, if we can take that how, that what if, that why, that I don't know how it's going to happen, and just be like, look, heart's taken over. You don't have to know how. You just have to know how to work. You don't know how to make the volume. You just have to know how to work. You don't have to know how to say the right things. You don't have to know how to get up more host to post. You just have to know how to work. And you have to have the belief. You have to let your heart take over, because faith and fear cannot reside in the same moment. Back to your feelings. Just the same. You get to choose how you're going to feel about this. You get to choose if you're going to continue in your business from a place of fear. Because if you want to promote, if you want to go forward, if you want more money, fear will not get you there. It is going to do the opposite. It's going to hold you back. It's going to completely take your business to a standstill. But guys, let me even pop that there, because there's no such thing as a standstill in network marketing. It is like an escalator. It moves whether you're moving or not. Okay, so you just got to decide, are you on the up escalator? Are you acting in faith, going up? Or did you get on that down escalator in fear? Because your business is not going to stay, it is going down. Your check is going down. Your team is going down. Your volume is going down. Or it's going up. Those are the only two options. You got to decide to show up in faith. You got to decide to send that message in faith. You got to decide to post in faith. With every action, it may take the decision. There are some days I have to sit here and I listen to my worship music. Sometimes, y'all, there's this thing on YouTube and it's like affirmations, and it's just a guy in like a monotone voice telling me I like can do things. Sometimes it takes that. Some weird guy in the background being like, you are successful. You attract success. And I'm just working because I don't believe in myself, but I know I've got to do the work in faith, because if I allow myself to sit here and wallow in fear, doubt, worry, insecurity, my business is going to reflect that. And guys, as I tell my team a million times, action creates, like, wait, I lost my own saying. Oh, that was hard. That hurt my heart a little bit. Action creates confidence. Inaction creates fear and doubt, okay? But the thing is the more fear and doubt, the less you want to do. The way to get out of fear and doubt is to do the freaking action. So we're going to get confident. We're going to get positive. We're going to believe in ourselves. We're going to choose to act in faith. Things are going to start changing. The next reason I think you guys aren't promoting is, this is the one, the touchy subject. Courtney already talked about it, so I feel a little bit better. But your freaking work ethic sucks, okay? I'm going to just say it. You're not promoting, chances are your work ethic sucks. And I don't mean that to be rude. I mean that to be like, hey, I want you to look in the mirror. I'm not going to look at you. I'm not going to judge you. At the end of the day, it's your business. My opinion on you and how you work, that is 100% irrelevant, okay? Your opinion is what matters. But I want you to get real, okay? Really real. Are you doing enough? Are you doing enough? When you go to bed, do you feel good? Do you feel confident? Are you like, yes, I know I'm going to go double this month because do you see my day? Like, I got so much done. I feel good about it. Do you feel like you did enough? Or do you not? Did you go to bed like, oh crap, I was gonna go message those potentials and dang it, I said I was gonna do it yesterday too and I forgot. It's fine. I'll just do it tomorrow. That's been my story the past few days. Keep wanting to do that and I keep freaking pushing it off. But I know it. I know I'm not doing enough. Are you getting the results? Okay? Guys, stop working for a number. Lord Jesus, if you get nothing, stop freaking working for a number. You don't work so you get 5 hosts to post up. You don't work so you get 10 hosts to post up, because who gives a dang if you have a bunch of people posting for you if nothing comes from it? At the end of the day, that's irrelevant. That's work that is doing nothing. That's not something, in my opinion, to celebrate. I mean, I'm all for you. You're new. You don't do it normally. You get 10 hosts to post up. Like, heck yeah, girl. Okay. But I'm going to need to know in like 20 minutes if it has comments, because if not, we're not done. You're not done. If you stop there, your business stays there. We're not here to go get a pat on the back for getting our host to post up. We're not here to get a pat on the back because you sent out 50 friend requests. How many accepted? How much did your friend list actually grow from the work you just did? Stop working for a number. Yes, you've got to have your minimums. You got to have your daily list. We got to send out our friend requests. We got to get up our host to post. But if you're not yielding results, you're not doing enough. There is days where I will get up 5 host to post and stop. But you best dang believe if I got 5 up, I have at least 20 comments off those 5, and I'm working on that. There's other days I've had to get 40 hosts to post up in a day just to be satisfied with the result it was bringing me, with the potentials it was bringing me. I know if I talk to 10 potentials, I get 1 to sign up. I need 2 customers today. I've got to talk to at least 20 potentials. Then I got to host a post until I get those potentials, not until I get a number. We're so quick to give ourselves these, yes, you've got to have celebrations. You've got to have milestones. You've got to be proud of yourself, but don't let that blind you to the bigger picture. What you do today is great, but what you do today is not going to get you your promotion unless you do it enough and do it again. It's got to be a process. Stop getting your host to post up and then getting excited and going to bed. If you don't have results, you're not working hard enough. You've got to do more. It's obnoxious, but I can tell you, no matter who you talk to in this business, they will tell you at the end of the day, they could do more. You can always do more. I know you work, like Courtney was said, we all have crazy lives. But the thing is, we all have crazy lives. So there's no excuse. You're not handicapped because you work. You're not handicapped because you're a mom. You're not handicapped because X, Y, Z. We all deal with crap. What matters is that you're going to decide your business, your future, that dream we talked about is way bigger and more important than whatever else you have going on, whatever else excuse you want to put on the table. God is here ready to bless this. He's ready to give you absolute abundance. But guys, God cannot bless the steps you are not taking. You have got to act first. You have to work first. You have to put it out there first. If your mind's in the right place, your action's in the right place, guys, miracles happen. We all have heard of God's volume. People coming out of freaking woodworks. I had someone sign up as a customer a couple days ago. I literally talked to, the last time I talked to them was a year ago that day, and they signed up. They came to me. God's volume is real, but you've got to be putting the work out there first. And then you've got to, I'm getting over sickness, guys, but you've got to fall in love with the work. I know it's kind of a crazy thing to say, but you've got to love what you do. Because if you don't love what you do, why are you doing it? Like, why are you doing it? Why are you here? Like, yeah, I know. Okay, maybe you don't like messaging for host to post. Maybe you don't like posting. Maybe you don't like sending friend requests. But at the end of the day, do you love the freedom? Do you love the opportunity? Do you love the fact that your hard is answering messages on your phone when someone else's hard is deploying in the military, working 16 hours at a desk, shoveling dirt? I don't know. That's hard. You guys are being ridiculous if you have the excuse that working from your phone is hard. Guys, we're blessed. We're so blessed. We get to make more money than the average person doing so much less work than the average person. We get to work on our phone. We get to work with our kids. We get to be present in life and still make an exceptional income. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with the process. I'm excited to wake up and work. I'm excited to message for host to post. I know, but I'm excited to put up a post because who's going to see the post? Maybe I'm going to touch somebody. I'm excited to go live. Who's going to watch? I've had people come to me after, making a post or a live and be like, I never felt like anyone understood me. I felt like I was always going to X, Y, Z. And for the first time, I feel like I could have more and I want to talk. Oh my gosh, okay, let's talk. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with the messages. Fall in love with the friend requests. You're reaching more people. You're changing more lives. And you get to change your life at the same time. That sounds like a freaking win-win to me. Stop dreading it. Stop not wanting to do it. Stop going through the motions. Fall in love with what you do. Become obsessed with what you do. Allow it to fuel your day, fuel your time. Want to work. Fall in love with it. Guys, you're not going to freaking, okay, y'all are married or engaged or almost married, any of those categories. Let me just say, let me see, raise a hand if you always love being around your man. Always. Every second of every day, I want to be right by him. I don't care what he's doing annoying. Maybe he's pooping. I still want to be there because I just love him so much. No, okay, that's not real. We don't always want to be with them. They drive us up the mother-loving wall, okay? My husband just had surgery, can't do anything for himself, and I'm like gonna knock my brains out because I have to like do everything, and I'm like, go away. I'm glad you survived surgery because that was kind of scary for me. Never been through it, but like now you can leave. It's fine. But you know what? I'm still in love with him. I still choose to spend time with him. I still choose to love him. I still choose to get excited when he comes home. I still choose to be around. I still choose to invest. Fall in love with your business. It's not going to be easy. You're not always going to want to. Your business is going to suck sometimes. It's going to make you mad. But fall in love with it to the point that it doesn't matter because you're so invested. You're so committed to the process. It doesn't matter. You're still doing it. You're still showing up. You're still choosing it because you're so in love. You were so obsessed. You were so excited for what this is going to give you down the road that it doesn't matter. And you do the work regardless. Whether you're sick, your kid's sick, you're on vacation, I don't care. You find a system, you do the work anyway because you are invested in the process. You're in love with the process and you do it anyway. And the last reason that you may not keep promoting is, again, your mindset, okay? Your mindset sucks. All right, if the rest of it has not resonated with you, you may not know it. You probably think this doesn't resonate with you either, but if nothing else did, then that means your mindset sucks. This is for you, in case you needed that. Your mindset sucks, okay? And this is cool, okay? This is fine. There's nothing wrong with it because guess what? We all do. All of our mindsets suck. You think you're good? No. Your mindset sucks too. We all do, because we're people. We're freaking normal human beings. We are flawed. We have baggage. We have insecurities. Your mindset sucks. But the thing is if you don't take the time every day to reinvest in yourself, to do something that fuels who you are, what you believe in your soul, you will stay sucky. Your mind's still gonna suck. But if you take the time to pour into yourself, take the time to invest in yourself. Guys, don't fix yourself, okay? That is a fool's errand. You can't fix yourself. You're not meant to be fixed, okay? I don't know if you guys are Christians on here, like on my preaching about Jesus and stuff, but we're going there. You're not meant to be fixed. If you were fixed and this perfect thing, how would God shine through? Your cracks are meant for a reason. Stop fixing yourself. Your personal development is not meant to fix you. You can't fix yourself. It's a fool's errand. Stop. You just have to be the best version of yourself. And that version includes your imperfections. That version includes your flaws. So our personal development, we're not fixing ourselves, we're growing ourselves. We're evolving ourselves. We're growing our confidence in our flaws, because your flaw, that's the thing that's going to bring the potential distributors in. I can go live all day long talking about my success. That's a nice story. But if I go live and I talk about brain damage I suffered growing up and how I was terrified of public speaking because I have like issues in my noggin where if I get nervous, I can't talk, my words don't come out. It's rough. It's pretty embarrassing for me. And so I was so scared to talk. But I can go live and talk about that. And do you know how many people are going to relate? Because not only do they see, a speech impediment, a whatever kind of issue, they see the other side because I'm still going. I can go live and I can talk about where I've come through. I can talk about, poverty and going through that. That's what people are going to connect with. I can go live and I can talk about going through abuse. That's what people are going to connect with. Your flaws is what is going to bring in your tribe. You don't want to bring in people who think you're a saint. Gosh dang, okay? No, we want to be people who are vulnerable, who are out there, who are open, and that's the kind of people we want to attract. Courtney, what you want to throw in?
Oh my gosh, I have so many things. My mind is like blowing like crazy. Okay, the one thing that I wanted to touch on here real quick about your mindset, for the love of God, stop comparing your journey to somebody else's. Okay, just because this person over here went diamond in 0.2 seconds does not mean that your diamond after 6 years does not matter. Okay, everybody's journey is different. And here's what I want to tell you in case you're struggling in that. Okay, because it would be very easy for me to look at Mariah and be like, gosh, like she's double after a year and a half and I've been almost 4 years, I'm still double, like shoot, like I'm just screwed, like my story's bad. No, here's what I want you to know. There's going to be a day when you are on stage at conference, at green carpet, at something, sharing your story. And you're going to share, if it's taken you longer to promote, you're going to share that it took you a while to promote, but you kept going. Okay? You kept going and you got there eventually. And there's going to be someone in the audience that is not going to give up on their dreams because you didn't. Stop thinking that your story needs to be like this person's. Stop thinking that just because you didn't go Ambassador Diamond in 5 seconds means that you can never go Ambassador Diamond. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. Denise Walsh took a year for each promotion. Yes, a year to executive, another year to Ruby, another year to Emerald, another year to Diamond. Do you think she's mad that it took her 8 years to go Ambassador and now she's a Black Diamond making $100,000 a month? I don't think so. But imagine if after 3 years as an Emerald, she saw someone that was an Ambassador Diamond and was like, this girl won Ambassador in a year and a half and I've been in 3 years and I'm only an Emerald. Maybe I'm not meant for this. Maybe I'm not good enough. Imagine if she would have stopped. The time frame doesn't matter. Just keep going. I have like 12 million other things that I want to say, but I'll let you finish and then I'll share all my notes.
Perfect. Yes, I love that. I was going to talk about that too, and I didn't even write it down, so I'm so freaking glad you brought that up. I'm reading, if you guys haven't read this book, Be Obsessed or Be Average with Grant Cardone is you're going to leave and go buy it because it's freaking life-changing. If you guys got something out of the Zoom, you need the book, okay? It's like what we talked about on steroids. But he talks about in there, literally the only way to fail, okay? This is so cool. It's such an abstract idea, but it's so simple. The only way to fail is to stop. Okay, let me say it again. The only way to fail, whatever that goal is, the only way that you don't get there is if you stop before you get there. That's it. The laws of the universe say that if you keep working at it, all you're gonna do is you're gonna keep finding ways not to do it until you find the way that works. But guess what? If it takes you 12 years to find the way that works to go ambassador, once you go ambassador, your life is made because you've got 12 years of knowledge and experience of what not to do. So now that you're ambassador, you're not messing this up. You've got it together. It's fine. So just keep going. Yes, stop freaking comparing. Goodness gracious. Okay? You don't know. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Guys, every overnight success has years and years and years and years and years and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of fails before their overnight success. You don't know their journey. How are you going to sit here and say you're not as good as them? You don't know them. You don't know what they face. You don't know the voices in their head. You don't know what they have to go through. Stop comparing yourself to them. You are like good. You got this. Stop trying to use someone else's pen to write your own story. Come on. You take charge. You freaking do it yourself. I didn't have notes, so I'm just going to bounce off that one. The last thing I want to talk about was our inner dialogue when it comes to your mindset. Because our inner dialogue sucks, okay? Part of our mindset sucking. We're so negative. And not only are we negative in like just headspace, we're typically negative at ourselves. We're negative in our minds. Our brain has this constant reel of reasons you can't be successful and why you're not good enough to do this. And so what you've got to do is you've got to create a voice louder than your subconscious, louder than the little voice of fear in your head. And that is the voice you have to train your brain to listen to day in and day out. Because let me tell you, if I sit down, I can send 300 messages, but if I'm letting that little voice go wild and I'm sitting here like, I don't freaking know why I'm messaging, like they're not going to message me back. I've worked so freaking hard and no one's signing up, but Sally Q signed up freaking 4 customers today and I know she doesn't work as hard as me and all this. It doesn't matter how many messages I send, I'm not going to get them back. I'm not going to get the result. And I can use scripts, okay? I can use scripts. I don't even got to write it out. I can copy and paste these messages and they will not work. I will not see the result. Tomorrow I sit down and I'm like, you know what? I got this. I'm going to sign all the customers today. Everyone I'm talking to, they are freaking ready right now. They're upgrading their orders. We're signing on the spot. I'm hyped. I'm messaging. I'll use the same script, copied and pasted verbatim, and sign 6 customers. Your mind is everything. Stop downplaying the importance of your inner dialogue, of your thoughts. If you're sitting here saying, well, my team's not working and I really wanted to promote, guess what's going to happen? Your team's not going to work because that's what you're putting out there. Is that what you would want someone to speak over you? Oh, honey, sweet, look them downline orders. It's just me again. My team's not working. I just thought this girl would be awesome and she's not working and she's not doing it. Is that what you would want someone speaking over you? No. You would want someone speaking potential, speaking life. Speaking like, oh my goodness, I saw Courtney messaged 30 people today. I'm so proud of her. I know one of those they're gonna stick. And then as soon as she gets that first customer, like she's gonna get excited. She's gonna be on fire. I just know it. And then you know what? Courtney's probably gonna sign a customer and she doesn't even know what's going on. She's just over here working. But because you're doing the work in the background of the positivity out there, man, everything can change. And so if things are not flowing together the way you want, you've got to grab hold of your brain. You have got to put yourself in charge. You have to be the one writing the script. You have to be the one calling the plays, putting the mindset in action as you work. So that's all I got on the notes, Court. If you want to share what you got.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there are a couple things that I really want to share because I think they're important. And I think it's things that I have felt before, and I don't know if you have, Mariah, but I definitely have struggled this before. And this is, I have seen, and okay, we're going to get real honest here. How many of us have been like, oh my gosh, like my enroller has built this other person. She hasn't given me any distributors or customers. Or so-and-so that might not even be in her team. Well, I could go triple diamond too if my enroller enrolled a bunch of distributors and customers and put them on your team. Okay? You guys probably don't want to admit to it, but I know you felt it because I have, and it was a real fear. But let me tell you, I went double diamond without a single customer or distributor from anyone else. And it is one of my biggest accomplishments because no one can take that from me. No one can tell me, well, you could have done it without me. Well, like, I helped you. No. Do it for yourself. Stop waiting for someone to build you. Stop waiting for your success to be built on someone else's work ethic. Because your promotion is not their job. And guess what? If they're building someone, guess what they're doing? They're not building that person. They're building their promotion. That's what they're doing. It's not that they're picking someone else over you. They're building what they need. Okay? And they don't need to build you because you are building you. Be that person. The next thing that I really, really, really quick want to say, like Mariah said, if you don't believe in the products, go order something. Because if you don't feel like, if you aren't ordering our products, how can you expect people to order products from you? If you don't think they're worth your money, how can you tell someone else it's worth theirs? Okay? Point blank, end of story. You need to be using the products. Don't be afraid to ask your enroller for help and say, hey, I want to do this. I want to make this much money. What am I doing wrong? And then be okay with what they tell you. So don't be afraid to go to me, go to Mariah, whoever your upline is, and say, hey, I want to go diamond, but like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And then be okay if they tell you your posts suck. You need to do this instead. You need to be doing more of this. You need to do this. Don't do that. Be okay with whatever they're telling you. Like Mariah, you did share on, make sure you know what your mindset is going into conversations. You can talk to 7 million people, but if your mindset is thinking, no one's going to order from me, no one's going to order from you. So don't even waste your time. What are you believing about yourself in relating to your promotions? Okay. Have you hit a promotion before and lost it and you're afraid, well, I don't want to promote again and then not keep it and then I'm going to lose the rank and then I'm just like screwed. Okay. What are you believing? Did someone tell you once? Someone told me once that every time I succeed, I run away. Okay. And that's kind of what I did after I hit double. I was like, oh shoot, now what? I was really, really good with selling wedding dresses and then I quit. I was really, really good selling insurance and then I quit. And people kept telling me, every time you succeed, you quit. So guess what? I keep thinking, oh my God, I succeeded. Am I quitting? No, I'm not quitting. It ain't never going to happen. But like, that's in the back of my head. Like Mariah said, I saw my parents get a bunch of money and then blow it, and then get more money and then blow it. What did I do when I got a massive double diamond paycheck? I blew it. I don't know what I bought, but apparently I had fun for a couple days. What are you believing about yourself? And then when you know that you do that, you're afraid to get another paycheck because you're like, well, I'm just going to blow it again. Read the book. What's it called? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. T. Harv Eker. I think I'm almost positive that's who it's by. Read it and then read it again. Okay. A key to tell yourself if you're doing enough, do you go to bed excited or scared about tomorrow? When I go to bed, I'm super freaking excited to wake up and see who messaged me. I'm pumped. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm about to get some orders. You guys, today I have been so freaking on fire. I was home in Wisconsin for a week. Okay. That's why I'm eating a cookie right now because I haven't eaten dinner. I literally got home from the airport 20 minutes before the Zoom started, but I knew the Zoom was important. Okay. I signed 7 customers. That's not a lot for a week, but in a time that I normally would not do anything. 4 customers today all came to me because I have put in the work day in, day out. Okay. Measure your work ethic based on your results, not your action. So don't be like, I messaged 10 people. Okay, well, did they all ignore you? Because then it's no. Like Mariah said, 10 host posts is a minimum, but that's not the goal. I wasn't saying, okay, you get 10 host posts, you're done, killed it, go watch Netflix, check it out, Peter's on tonight, it's Bachelor. No. That's minimum. But if you don't have a single comment, guess what? It's basically like 0. Okay? If your inbox is crickets, you're not doing enough. If you're like, oh, I don't have anyone to follow up with, I don't have anyone to talk to. I have like 14 unread messages, and there's a girl that I literally had to stop and answer because she's like, hello, are you there? Hello, are you there? And I'm like, girlfriend, chill. But the other thing, you guys, you need to stay consistent. Need to. I don't care if you get up 100 host posts tomorrow if you're going to get up 0 on Wednesday. Because that's not okay. I would rather someone get up 10 a day every single day than get up 100 and then 0 and then 50 and then 0 and then 0 and then 0 and then 20. No, stay consistent. And the last thing that I want you guys to know, and this might help you with posting, a couple things. One, you cannot be in this just for the money. It cannot just be, I need money. It has to be more than that. But when you're thinking of posting, who are you posting for? Who is it? Are you posting for the mom out there that's crying herself to sleep? Are you posting for the college student that needs money but can't work because she has so much school? Are you posting for the mid-20s that's like, what the heck am I doing with my life? Who are you posting for? Who are you doing this for? Do you have that person that you're like, I know this is the person? Like, for me, I know there is someone that is drowning in credit card debt that I'm meant to reach. I know that. I know that. Who are you doing it for? Your dreams need to be bigger. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know why you are doing it. There are so many lives to reach, you guys. I want you to take the selfishness feeling that you have of promotions off. Because if you're feeling like, gosh, like, is it selfish of me? Because Mariah and I have talked about this. It's hard to tell ourselves we need $10,000 a month. We don't. Point blank, we don't need $10,000 a month. But when we hit triple diamond, that means there's one person making $5,000 a month. There are 3 people making $2,000 or more a month. There are 6 or something making $900 a month. Okay? And with that $10,000 paycheck, guess what? We can give $1,000 a month or more to church every month. We can give back. Think of the lives you can impact with your promotions. It is not just yours. It is not just your husband's. It is not just your kids. There are people around the world that are waiting for you to reach your goals, because you reaching your goals means you can help them. You can help other people. And by you pushing through, getting your goals done, there will be people that believe in themselves because you believed in yourself first. That's all. That's all I got.
Perfect. Yes, like you're talking about crickets. I had someone send me their information for an order, and so I text my husband. I'm like, here, place this for me. So I was finishing up with that. But yeah, so good. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording because